And good day, everyone. This is Bob James from Daily Enduring Truth. And you'll notice I'm outside again. It's a beautiful upper 60-degree day, the day after Christmas here in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I'll tell you what, this is a Chamber of Commerce day. It's great to be able to be out. And yes, I'm wearing short sleeves and my Cubs shirt because I've always been a Cubs fan. Anyway, it's good to see you. You may have missed me last week. Let me just say that my wife had a retirement party during my normal writing time. It was a drive-through retirement party put on by her students. And then my daughter and I spent some time together baking cookies. And that may not sound important compared to some of the writing I do. And again, it may sound more important than most of the writing I do. But it's always important to have time with family. And I hope that during this time of year especially, you're spending some time with family. It's quality time. And I know we've been sort of cooped up because of COVID, and we will be for a while, but it's always good to have that quality time to spend with those you love. Well, I'm going to tell you, first of all, I'm going to be doing some changes in the way I write, and I will be calling on people to help me as I do that. I'll have a link at the bottom in the description that will give you a chance to know what I'm going to be doing and what you can do to help. So just so you know that there will be some changes in the way I write, and which it'll also change some of the videos. This week's story, though, we focus on the woman who anointed Jesus. And I was going to try to go ahead and go to the next part, but it just would have taken so much time. It would have been about 3 times as long as the writing I did today. Anyway, the woman anoints Jesus, and it causes an uproar. And Jesus says, hey, what are you all upset about? She was doing something good for me. She was preparing me for my burial. And I'll tell you what, the disciples still didn't get it, that the death of Jesus was just a few days away. Now, we all know he rose from the dead, but they didn't, even though he taught them that, they still didn't expect that. It's funny how the disciples were like that. Well, apparently this is the last straw for Judas, because it was from that point on that he decided he was going to betray Jesus. And he went to the chief priests and made arrangements to do that. It was interesting that in the part that started this story, it talked about the chief priests had decided that Jesus had to die. And they were just looking for a way to get that taken care of, and Judas ended up at the end of the story providing that way. They just didn't want it to happen during the feast days. And we know that it did happen during the feast days because Jesus was our Passover sacrifice, the sacrifice for sin. So it's important to remember that during this Christmas season, because as much as we love the little baby in the manger, he came to die on the cross to bring us forgiveness for our sins. So that's, in brief, the story of what's going on, a little bit about what's happening with me, and a little bit about what's going to be going on. So let me just give you this encouragement. A lot of times we hear people talk about how we need to keep Christ in Christmas. And I think that's important. We need to remember that the Christmas season is about Jesus. It's not about some of the secular stuff that we turn it into. But even more important is to take Christ out of Christmas. And once Christmas season is over, live that love, joy, and peaceful spirit that we had during the Christmas season and share it throughout the year. We need to be the witnesses of Christ, not just on Christmas Day, but throughout the year, showing his love and grace to a world that needs to know him. So that's my encouragement for today. May God bless you. Continue to keep in his word and keep in his love.